Cracking. Well, good morning, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here. As the UK's trade envoy to Southern Africa, I'm delighted to give the UK government's keynote address this morning and would like to thank you all and thank London Indaba organisers for bringing us together today for such an important topic. The mining sector is of vital importance to the UK and Africa and our relationships therein. And there is undoubtedly more that we can do together, as described by the previous speaker. Africa holds up to 30% of the world's mineral reserves, including those vital to the energy transition, including metals and rare earths. Significant deposits include cobalt and copper in the DRC and Zambia, graphite in Mozambique and Madagascar, rare earth elements in Angola, Malawi, and manganese and platinum group metals in South Africa. One of Africa's priorities is rightly local benefication through viable addition and jobs, targeted at whole mining value chain and from the public production to processing of these critical minerals. Mining is a long-term industry with projects lasting many decades. Long-term investment and relationships are a basic requirement, and a simple reality follows from this. These business relationships will not succeed unless they bring mutual benefits. So we need to support projects which advance Africa's internal, national, and continental ambitions. At the same time, we must meet essential domestic objectives, and these include both security of critical mineral supplies and the growth agenda that we share with African partnerships in these geopolitically challenging and chaotic times. We must also make sure that we recognise some of the internal security challenges faced by our partners in Africa also. The UK government and the UK mining experts have a long experience of working collaboratively with partners, and we stand ready to support Africa achieve its vision of value addition through the outstanding capabilities we can offer across the mining and minerals value chain. I have noted that in practice, critical mineral security for the UK relates more frequently to risks from weaponisation of control over midstream segments of the supply chain, not from the upstream. Supporting our African partners to increase their capacities for processing by moving up the value chain while building these broader, diversified, long-term economic relationships is therefore in our national interest. Our African partners are asking the UK for support in cohering many of the infrastructure processes and projects necessary to deliver this shift up the value chain, including reliable power, industrial zones, and transport corridors. I firmly believe that this is an area where we can do more to lead, not by committing just UK public funding, but by using our diplomatic networks and expertise to pull together our partners behind workable and bankable solutions. Sustainability, in every sense of the word, and applied in every instance, must be a driver of our decision-making. This is where the UK is as a leader for responsible mining. With fairness and transparency at the heart of our industry's ethos, we can play an important role. The UK-led initiatives like the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, and we hosts the Cobalt Institute, International Council on Mining and Metals, and the World Gold Council, among others. Whether ensuring local communities are engaged and prioritised, or the environmental impacts of mining operations are minimised and mitigated, or the human rights of valuable groups are protected, sustainable practices lead to sustainable economic growth and benefit for all. Put simply, the UK's long experience in mining, working collaboratively with partners, and in promoting the highest sustainable standards makes us an invaluable partner within Africa. Here in the UK, our new government is setting out its plans for economic growth to make Britain a clean energy superpower. The recently published, yesterday, industrial strategy aims to grow UK sectors such as advanced manufacturing, defence, clean energy, and digital technology industries which rely on secure critical mineral supplies. And for those of you that have read the Strategic Defence Review, you'll see that this is a central part of that also. A secure supply of critical minerals is a key enabler for these visions and strategies. This is why this summer the Department of Business and Trade will publish its new industrial strategy and critical minerals strategy that will drive forward the green industries of the future and help secure our supply chains for the long term. The new critical minerals strategy will refine the UK's approach to its domestic production of critical minerals, including developing our own strengths in midstream processing and recycling. It will also support the aims of the UK's new circular economy strategy, driving ambitious reforms to promote the recycling and retention of critical minerals. This government is serious about optimising our domestic critical minerals capabilities, producing more and better in the UK. It's why through the National Wealth Fund we've invested over 28 million in South Crofty, the tin mine being developed by Cornish Minerals, and 24 million in Cornish Lithium's Trevelyanmore project to mine and refine better grade lithium in the UK. However, the UK cannot achieve its critical minerals goals alone. Strategic international collaboration will be essential to meet the supply needs of our high-growth businesses and to promote the global resilience of responsible and sustainable supply chains. The new strategy will set out our plans to build targeted growth partnerships with key allies, including resource-rich nations across the Africa continent. The strategy will also cement our commitment to multilateral cooperation on critical minerals through fora like the G20 and the Mineral Security Partnership, or MSP Forum. And through both these bilateral and multilateral engagements, we will seek to deploy UK export finances support for overseas projects that supply critical minerals and products that contain critical minerals to the UK, fueling industrial and our net zero growth transition. The strategy will also set out how international partners can benefit from the UK's strengths. From the City of London as a global centre for mining, finance and commodities training, to our world-leading R&D, academia and expertise, including the globally recognised and very close to my heart, Camborne School of Mines, the British Geological Survey, and a network of universities who develop key technologies to unlock new critical mineral innovations. And of course, the UK will play a leading role in ensuring critical minerals are produced responsibly, sustainably, and transparently, protecting local communities and their environments. We want African nations to play a key part in our critical mineral strategy. Many of the critical minerals vital to technologies are present in Africa, and in particular, my area of interest, Southern Africa. We also know that the countries holding significant deposits of critical minerals want a greater share of the value from these resources, and the UK will continue to advocate for this. UK businesses are investing in Africa. They are actively exploring, producing and refining minerals across Africa. Many uphold corporate governance structures that promote transparency and accountability in their operations, and I've taken great pride in visiting some of these operations myself in both Angola and DRC, and will do in others across the region. These, in turn, help to ensure taxes are paid, skills are transferred, local jobs are created, the environment is protected, and communities are substantially and significantly engaged. The UK's Department of Business and Trade supports mining ecosystems across the breadth of the African continent. This forms part of our wider commitment to mutually beneficial partnerships within Africa. During the Foreign Secretary's visit to Nigeria in November, he announced the government's commitment to a fresh approach to Africa. The aim is to build a long-term strategy to 2035, focusing on strengthening sustainable and inclusive growth and economic transformation, tackling the climate crisis and addressing insecurity. Over the past 6 months, the government has been consulting with partners on the UK's new approach on Africa, and later this year we will set out how the UK will seek to work with African countries across the continent. This will be a whole-of-government approach, which will build long-term, respectful partnerships that deliver on shared UK and African priorities. I believe there is great potential for us to create new opportunities for investment into Africa, sharing of UK expertise in mining and mineral sector, and the creation of new value chains that promote economic growth in the UK and Africa. And I look forward to working with you on these very exciting opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. Please join us.